A king's demise. I rule this realm without mercy and an iron fist. I hail from a long and proud lineage of kings and queens that have ruled these lands for a century. My subjects quiver at the very utterance of my name, for I am Hadrian, the fourth of his name, ruler of the realm, the Black Hand, the Unmerciful. I'm 1,000 times more lethal than the previous 3 named before me combined. I look to be feared, not to be loved, and I have been doing so for the past 10 years since I first sat on the throne. As my father before me, I have sent our conquering horde out into the realm and swept away any peoples who have defied my rule. Anyone that has not succumbed to my authority, I have wiped off the map with steed and lance. My red knights have crumbled civilizations with a mere gesture from my hand. Like chess pieces, I bend every lord and lady to my will. I am the one who sent the conquering horde out to squelch a so-called innocent people who hid behind large castle walls and refused to pay me homage. Yet they had the nerve to call themselves innocent. I am a king appointed by God himself to justly rule my realm. To defy me is to defy the Lord Almighty, so I rightly wipe those so-called innocents from the face of this earth. My red knights rode them down like the dogs that they were. Whoever was left was lined up for the gallows. Trust another territory conquered as I planted our banner, increasing the boundaries of my realm. As winter approached, I took over the newly conquered castle and claimed it as my new capital city. Nothing could stop me from expanding my kingdom. But as I was planning my next invasion of a people who refused to kneel, I received distressing news one cold winter's day. An army of the dead arose from the soil and slithered its way across my realm, destroying everything in its path. I laughed off such nonsense when I first heard it spoken from the messenger's lips. I thought a cruelly unfunny joke was being played upon me, and that could never happen, so I cut out his tongue and threw him in the dungeon. But I quickly realized his words rang true. Message after message arrived of the army of the dead, conquering another piece of my realm. I could see the flames in the distance of my kingdom burning. I watched as the army of decay crept closer and closer to my newly conquered city walls. They wanted it back, not while I still had blood coursing through my veins. It was mine, and I was never giving it up. I became enraged and sent my army of red out to destroy the army of the undead. My conquering horde could never be stopped. Never. I looked on in horror from the window of my throne room as my red knights were torn limb from limb, devoured by the undead. I watched as their ranks grew, as they crumbled the city walls, eating my subjects throughout the city streets. The cobblestones smeared with the blood of my people. Serves them right for not protecting their king. I sit on my throne, barricaded behind heavy door, my queen beside me, along with our heirs to my kingdom and a handful of knights. I hear the moaning of the undead as they claw and scratch away at the door. I sit and contemplate the fate of my kingdom, more like its demise. A century's worth of my family's noble bloodline snuffed out without mercy. Hadrian, the Unmerciful. The irony is thick, but you will not hear me beg, for I have accepted my fate. For these are the horrors of war. I would like to give a heartfelt thank you to the special friends of the channel. Your generosity means the world to me. If you would like to support the channel, the link is below in the description. Also, please send me your stories to duchessofdarkness27@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram at duchess.ofdarkness or Twitter at duchessofdarkn2. I want to thank you all for your support, your kindness, and your encouragement. I appreciate it so very much. Until next time.